Hello everyone, welcome to Inconvenient Truths. I'm your host, Jennifer Zheng. These days, the top global news is, of course, the war between Israel and Iran and whether the US will jump into the fight directly. For many Chinese people, they are closely watching this war for another reason. Could what's happening in Iran today happen in China tomorrow? At the same time, this war has totally exposed the true colors of the air defense command and control system that the CCP supplied to Iran. Today, we are going to talk about this. But first, I want to ask you something. Have you bought the all-natural eye patches I recommended in my last 2 episodes to protect your eyes? If not, let's watch a quick 40-second video together.
Introducing the Quest Wise Soothing Herbal Eye Patches. It comes with 30 pairs and can be used to help combat tired and strained eyes. The natural herbal formula provides a cooling, minty, and refreshing effect that stimulates natural tears and awakens your tired eyes. Placing the eye patches around your eyes helps to reduce dryness and massages acupuncture points. They can be worn while reading, studying, using electronics, and provide hours of long-lasting relief.
Pretty easy, right? I'll put the purchase link for these eye patches in the comments or description below the video. If you buy from there, it's not only great for your and your family's eyes, but also helps me keep spreading the truth. All right, let's dive into today's topic. Iran, known as a Middle East powerhouse, always seemed ready for war, but on June 13th, in just 4 hours, Israel tore through all its defenses. Its air defense system was basically useless, and Iran got mocked online as a paper tiger. Some clueless Chinese netizens thought Iran should follow Pakistan's lead and buy Chinese-made gear. Little did they know Iran was already using air defense systems developed by China. If you search on Baidu right now, you'll find tons of articles hyping how awesome China's JY-10 air defense command and control system is, which Iran uses. For example, an article posted on June 15th is titled, China's Air Defense System Rising on Iran's Battlefield. It says, on June 13th, 2025, the Israeli Air Force launched a massive airstrike called Rising Line on Iran's nuclear facilities just hours before Iran's JY-10 air defense command and control system identified and intercepted dozens of cruise missiles. This Chinese-made air traffic cop has a 800-kilometer monitoring radius and can handle 100 flight paths at once, weaving an electronic spider web over the Persian Gulf, possibly the first time China's air defense tech has taken center stage in a global hotspot conflict. Even though Iran's air defense was already wrecked by then, the article still bragged about JY-10's 3 awesome features. First, its radar covers 800 kilometers and can use military satellites to fill in blind spots in real time. Last year, when Iran used it to spot F-35 stealth fighters, Iranian pilots were possibly shocked. Second, its super resistance to electronic warfare. Even though it uses commercial parts, it fights military-grade jamming with the fast upgrades. updates of civilian chips, like using a 5G phone against an old-school radio. Third, its networking capability is next level. If Russians' air defense systems are like lone wolves and American ones are like a symphony orchestra, JY-10 is like TikTok. It smartly connects with any weapon plugged into it. If the Ukraine battlefield proved this mix and match style in the future of modern air defense. This is another article from November 2024 titled Iran's Air Defense Interception Rate Hits 80%. China's JY-10 command system shines. It says China supplied Iran with 4 JY-10 systems. This system can tell friends from foe and handle air defense identification tasks. In a recent battle, Israel came in hot with a fierce airstrike involving 100 warplanes, but Iran pushed back with an 80% interception rate. I think this refers to the operation on October 26, 2024, when Israel launched 3 waves of airstrikes hitting 20 targets in Iran, Iraq, and Syria. Iran's military claimed their air defense forces intercepted most of Israel's missiles and blocked most of their warplanes. Some Chinese mainland media claimed the interception rate was as high as 80%. Others said 90%. This is an article from 2018 titled Iran Activates Chinese Air Defense Command System Integrates S-300 Missiles. It says Iran's new Nagar Air Defense Command System is built around China's JY-10 command and control system. It includes tons of pictures from Iran's official news agency showing off the Nagar and 3 other new air defense command systems. The article said, according to the product manual from China Electronics Technology Group, the JY-10E system is described as having high mobility, high reliability, and high automation, making it great as a backup command system. It uses lots of commercial tech and parts, so maintenance and upgrades are pretty simple. The background of the picture at the bottom is a promo poster of Iran's Air Defense Forces' latest S-300 missile launch system. This event celebrates the 1-year anniversary of Iran's National Air Defense Commander Center. As early as August 25, 2017, Iran's air defense forces publicly showed off the Nagar and 3 other new air defense command systems. The J-10 Air Defense Command Systems maker, China Electronic Technology Group, CETC, is a Chinese state-owned military company. Besides radars, its military electronics include drone swarms, navigation, and electronic warfare systems. It has dozens of subsidiaries, including Hikvision, which makes surveillance gear. Iran's Nagar system is just one part of a series of so-called new air defense command systems Iran revealed in 2017. According to the mainland Chinese public account Defense ETF, Iran's air defense system is made up of various air defense missiles and naval defense systems with 3 layers: long-range, medium-range, and short-range. Long-range defense includes Russia's S-300 system and Iran's homegrown armament missile system. Medium range includes the Bava 373 system, Iran's version of the S-300, and the Azarash missile system. Short range includes Hawk and Rapier missiles. For hotkey targets and low altitude threats, they rely on China's Shenlong Shield 3000/5000 laser defense system, which is Iran's last line of defense. Last October, Global Defense News reported that Iran had equipped China-made Shenlong Shield 3000/5000 laser defense systems, also called Silent Hunter, to boost its ability to intercept low-altitude drones. But the real core of Iran's air defense is China's JY-10 Air Defense Command Center system. However, the latest Iranian airstrike on Iran not only shattered the myth of JY-10 as the world's best, but also dimmed the shine of the CCP's Shenlong Shield. In fact, Iran had rehearsed for this battle multiple times. On January 7th this year, Iran's state TV reported that the Islamic Revolutionary Guard Corps Air Defense Forces held drills near the Natanz nuclear facility. In the first phase, troops conducted a full defense of the facility under simulated complex electronic conditions, fending off attacks from 30 air targets using a new 358 air defense missile system. An IRGC spokesperson said earlier this year that starting January 4th, Iran's armed forces held their largest ever military exercise, lasting 2 months, to test weapons, assess troop readiness, and counter potential threats. But Iran's carefully built defense system turned out to be useless in this latest real-world battle. So far, the CCP hasn't said a word about why the JY-10 air defense system didn't work. But some random folks are still hyping up JY-10, like we saw in the first article. The Telegram reported on June 17th, a day after Israel attacked Iran on Friday, a cargo plane took off from China. The next day, a second plane departed from a coastal city. Then on Monday, yet another departed, this time from Shanghai, 3 flights in 3 days. The Deep News reported yesterday, China sends 3 cargo jets to Iran as U.S. deploys EB-4 doomsday plane amid Israel-Iran tensions. These reports raise the question, is the CCP secretly rushing weapons to Iran? When Hamas launched a surprise attack on Israel in October 2023, many questioned where they got such strong firepower, suspecting Iran, China, and Russia were behind it, with the CCP especially seen as the mastermind. As a matter of fact, the CCP has been supplying weapons to the Middle East for at least 30 years, including during the Iran-Iraq War. After the U.S. got involved in the Middle East, the CCP kept arming various terrorist groups to wear down, distract, and tie up U.S. forces. The CCP's biggest arms dealer in the Middle East is the China North Industry Group, NEROCO. Its overseas arm is officially described as a key player in pushing the CCP's Belt and Road Initiative and the main force in the arms industry's global operation. In 2003, the U.S. banned all imports of NORICO products for 2 years because they were selling missile-related weapons to Iran. To compete with the U.S., Xi Jinping has been promoting military industry leaders in recent years, and several executives from these arms companies supplying the Middle East have been promoted, even to the Politburo. Politburo member and Vice Premier Zhang Guoqing used to be the general manager of China North Industrials Group. In the 1990s, Zhang worked at NORICO, long involved in its Middle East operations, serving as assistant to the chief representative in Tehran, and later was deputy and head of the Middle East division. From 2008 to 2013, he was the general manager of China North Industries Group and chairman of NORICO. Zhao Gang, a member of the CCP's 20th Central Committee and current Shanxi governor, is another military industry figure favored by Xi Jinping. Like Zhang, Zhao has NEROCON and Middle East experience, working there from 1993 to 2004, including as deputy head of the Middle East division. From 2013 to 2017, he was deputy general manager of China North Industries Group. The current vice manager of China North Industries Group and NEROCO president Zhi Yuling was once a project manager in NEROCO's Gulf division. In recent years, the CCP's military and arms companies have been caught in corruption scandals, with many top officials in the military industry taken down. Some might have illegally profited from shipping weapons to the Middle East. At the end of 2023, Liu Shiquan, then chairman of China North Industries Group, was stripped of his National Committee of the Chinese People's Political Consultative Conference membership, likely tied to a rocket force corruption case. The China Electronics Technology Group, which supplied Iran with the JY-10 air defense system, saw its deputy general manager He Wenzhong fall in April 2024. Last year, CETC's former chairman Chen Zhaoxiong and former General Manager Wu Manqing were also reportedly taken away for investigation. The latest Israel-Iran conflict has grabbed global attention. Social media is full of videos of Iranian people cheering for a regime change, like folks driving by giant portraits of military leaders taken out by Israel and laughing out loud. Iran's young people are fed up with the old political elites lording over them. I bet if the same thing happened in China, people would be just as thrilled. Lots of folks are already saying that if the US military ever comes to China, they'd happily be guides for the US, pointing them the key CCP targets. What happened and is happening in Iran has rewritten the history of modern warfare and must be a huge shock to the CCP's top leaders. The JY-10 air defense system, hyped up to the skies by the CCP's little pinks, makes people wonder how good the CCP's own air defense system really is. If the CCP ever goes to war with Taiwan or the US, how much would its air defense actually do? Some say what's happening in Iran feels like a rehearsal for the CCP, from internal corruption to a demoralized military to boiling public anger and officials barely hanging on. If Xi Jinping dares to start a war over Taiwan, it could spell the end of the CCP. Well, that's all for today. Drop your thoughts in the comments and don't forget to like and subscribe for more deep dives. Also, if you could, please visit my website at jenniferzengblog.com to sign up for a membership, make a donation, or become a subscriber to my X account. As a member or subscriber, you'll get early access to exclusive scripts that are only available to members and subscribers. Thank you. See you next time.